Hey guys, me and Dave. It's 8. What is it? 8:26. I can't see. 8:28. 8:28. 2021. So it's Saturday night. So I was doing a video. I thought I would do a video, and there's not a whole lot going on with me. A little harassment, but other than that, not too much going on. They kind of laid off me a little bit. I'm like I said before, I'm always getting remote, monitoring and stuff like that. So I was thinking about things. When you're 48 years old and you're not married, you don't have kids and stuff. I tell you, 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago, I took the truck driving course at the local college and got a diploma. And I planned on doing over the road for a year, and then I wanted to come back and drive dump truck or something like that. They make good money. 60 grand a year or whatever. Make really good money up here. You realize how they take away your life. They take away your life. They squash your plans. I'm 48. I feel like my life hasn't started yet. I feel like I haven't started my life yet. I did back in my 30s. I was looking for the right one to settle down with and all this stuff, and had a house and all this stuff. I was working 2 jobs, making decent money, and I was going out with a nurse, and she was making decent money and all this stuff, and we could have had something, settled down and stuff, but they ruin things without you knowing it. They ruin relationships. They ruin your love life. They'll do certain things to ruin your love life and cause problems in your relationship. And you think there's something wrong with you when there's nothing wrong with you at all. There's nothing wrong with you. They will put obsessive thinking in your thoughts. Obsessive thinking. They'll try to get you to think your girlfriend's cheating on you, or she's doing drugs, or they will put obsessive thinking in your thoughts. And it's not you at all. Like, everything is their fault. Everything. Excuse me. Everything is their fault. It's amazing when you don't know it's them. When I was in the silent mode of this program, I didn't realize it was their thoughts. Now I realize it because they tell me. I can tell. I'm in Trump's mind control program. I can tell it's their thoughts now. In the silent mode, I didn't know. I didn't know it's their thoughts. I didn't know they were causing me to get mad and put obsessive thinking and everything else in my thoughts. But I took that truck driving course to make good money. I was going to come back and settle down, buy a house and all this stuff, and find the right girl and get married and whatever, have a family and all this stuff. And they ruined it all. They ruined it all. They were slowly, even in the silent mode, they were slowly taking my life away. And then it really hit in 2014. 2014, and then 2015, it really hit in 2015. So you think about your future. What can you plan your future? Because they're going to try to ruin it. So we're trying to plan our future. I'm trying to plan my future. I'm worried about my future because I'm living with a family member right now, and she's elderly. If something happened, I would barely have enough to keep this house up. It's not paid off. So I would barely have enough to keep this house up so we weren't on the street, me and the dogs. So I've been thinking about my future a lot. I'd like to buy a house. I just don't make enough money. I applied for we have a housing program up here, and my relative's like, why don't you just apply and see what happens? I applied, and my credit's good, and I qualify for the program. I don't make enough money. I don't have enough money. There's no way I can have a $700 house payment. I can't afford that. You know, I can't afford a $700 house payment, obviously. Um, you know, I don't know if that's for a 15-year mortgage. Probably. I would need like a 30-year mortgage. My house payment would have to be around $400 a month for me to live, you know, or less. If it was 30 years. So I've been thinking about my future. Like, what would I do? What would I do? There's 5 dogs here. We would be loaded up in my truck and living on the street. I don't know what I would do. You know, I don't know what I'd do. You know, so I've been thinking about my future a lot. You know, I gotta have like a 5-year plan. You know, do I go out and buy a bigger truck when my truck's paid up and you know, get a big 4-door truck and stuff all the dogs in there and then head south, or you know, head to Arizona or somewhere? You know, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do if something happened to my family member. I would be out on the street. I don't want to sound selfish. You know, I take care of my family member. I help her with everything. You know, she's still working, and stuff. So, I'm there for her. I hope nothing happens for super, super, super long time. I hope she lives well into her 90s, and I don't have to worry about anything. I don't want to live here all my life. They want to keep me here. I don't want to live here all my life. I would like to meet a woman, a nice young woman, not young, you know, but a nice, maybe a few years younger than I am, woman, and settle down. I still have, I still have goals of that. Like I say, I hope I'm out of this program when I'm 52. That's 4 years. The way things are going now, you guys, something's gonna blow up. The shit's gonna blow up. I didn't expect this to happen. Okay, now I'll tell you something about Trump. Okay, now Trump was a puppet, okay? He was blackmailed by someone. Trump was blackmailed by someone. Alright, I'll tell you that. Probably by an anonymous person. And Trump probably wasn't doing things that he was probably doing things that he wasn't supposed to be doing. You know, he likes young women, you guys. Young women, real young women. You know, he probably was doing things he wasn't supposed to be doing. And I think he was blackmailed. Because all these hits with directed energy weapons didn't come out in his administration. They came out in Biden's administration. All these hits before Biden, they were in Trump's administration. You know, now they're coming out and people are still being hit. Diplomats are still being hit now. You know, like a few days ago. So, they're doing this for a reason. Do they want to blame someone else? Blame Russia? Blame a different country? I don't know. I don't know if that's why they're doing this. But it's coming out. It's out. I mean, this is, you know, we got to stop messing around. This is out, you guys. It's out. You know, and they're still ignoring us right now. They're still ignoring us right now. You know, they're even trying to discredit some of these diplomats and stuff. You know, they're still ignoring us right now, but it's gonna come to a point where they can't ignore us. They're not gonna be able to ignore us. TIs and the diplomats and all this stuff. They're gonna have a huge problem on their hands, and I don't know why they're doing this, but they're gonna have huge problems on their hands. You know, and then we got the billboards up. Not me. Those guys got the billboards up. Ella, you know, and her team have the billboards up to, you know, spread a very powerful message there. It blows me away. I can't believe all this stuff is going on. It's out. They can't deny this anymore. And they're gonna have to stop ignoring us, because there's gonna be more and more victims, and we're gonna be There's going to be more complaints. I'll tell you this really quick. I wrote to Kamala Harris last night. I wrote to the vice president last night. I explained about us. I said there's thousands and thousands and thousands of us that are being hit with pulse microwave weapons. You know, and I explained what they did to me. I said they took a laser to my head, they pushed my temples in, and all this stuff. They did all this stuff to me, gave me a heart attack and all this stuff with these weapons. You know, and I explained that. So I wrote to her last night because these guys were lighting off fireworks and all this stuff. I thought, screw it, I'm going to write to her, you know, and tell her what's going on. I know some other TIs were thinking about writing to her too and telling her what's going on. We got to get those complaints in, you know. We're going to have perps in there talking silly talk now. We're going to have perps writing to these people talking silly talk. That's what they do. That's what they do. We're infiltrated, you guys. Hey, Max. You know, that's just part of it. But to let them know, you know, hey, there might be some people that were infiltrated and all this stuff. They might be talking silly talk, you know, and you know, and all this stuff. But you know, so they can tell credible people from people that are talking silly talk to make us look crazy, you know, and all this stuff. So I wrote to her, and we'll see what happens there. You know, we got to write to people, and we got to get the word out, and we got to get the complaints coming in. They're not going to be able to ignore us forever, you guys. This is blowing up. It's going to blow up, and it's going to blow up in their face. You know, I don't know what the reason is. I don't know what the conclusion is of all these investigations is going to be, but you know, they're going to have a hard time blaming it on someone else. So who are they going to blame it on? I have no idea. You know, they're already setting the narrative saying that these weapons could fall in the hands of psychopaths and crazy people and all this stuff. So that's a narrative right there. So you know, they're gonna have to come up with the cover story. They're gonna have a cover story, you know, and they're not gonna tell the truth to the American people. We know that. But what's gonna happen? You know, and I wish we'd get compensation from this so we can get on our feet and get independent and stuff, you know, and you know, I mean, there's no amount of money that can fix this, you know, but if we got a little bit of money to get a house and a car and all this stuff to get back on our feet, that would go a little bit, you know. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about tonight. Thinking about my future, thinking about the past, thinking about where am I going to go with the future, you know. I got to come up with a 5-year plan. I don't know if I'm going to be able to buy a house ever. I just don't make enough money, you know. My credit's good. I just don't make enough money, you know, and stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do, you know. I don't want to be living in my vehicle with 5 dogs, you know. I'm worried about that. But hopefully nothing like that will happen. But we got to think about our future and where we're going to go. And these guys are going to throw a roadblock in everything you try to do. They're going to try to throw a roadblock in everything you try to do. So, anyway, I suppose I'll cut this off, you guys. You guys have a good weekend, and I will. I'll talk to you later.